What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we are going to be talking about Redbox stock. Unfortunately, this stock is not doing so good. People aren't using Redboxes too often anymore, and people aren't buying up Redbox stock too often anymore. You can see it's actually on a big decline today, down over 20% on the day, and it is unfortunate to see because I was very much enjoying watching this stock soar, while the company that destroyed it, Netflix, has actually been crashing, right? It's been very fun to watch Netflix crash. Meanwhile, Redbox, outdated competitor, their stock price was soaring all the while, right? It was very fun to be seeing that. Unfortunately, that looks like it has come to an end today. You can see that Redbox, if we actually zoom in on the chart right here, did top out around $10 yesterday, just like we said it might. Unfortunately, we could not quite hold the 10, right? We bounced off of it earlier in the day and then struggled and tried to stay above $10 towards the latter half of the day and just couldn't quite do it. We've been on the decline ever since that happened, unfortunately. And, a lot of people were hoping that this stock would be another AMC GameStop style short squeeze, because if you actually look at this stock for what it is, a high short stock, 52% of the free float being short 1.45 million shares, and a very low float stock, this stock actually had more potential than most to actually be a really big squeeze, especially in this market. Reason being, especially the very small float. You can actually see right here, 1.45 million shares is 52% of the free float. This thing has a very small float, right? Very few shares of this actually trade, and that's what retail needs right now if they were actually hoping to squeeze a stock up massively, right? Retail, unfortunately, over the past couple of months has lost a lot of their strength. They've lost a lot of their buying power. And you can see why, right? The markets have been incredibly red over the past month, right? This is a map of the markets for the past month. They've been incredibly red. And this doesn't even tell the whole story because the markets have been red for a lot longer than a month, right? If you look at the S&P, it's been falling since January, and that's not even where retail is for the most part, right? Retail tends to be in smaller market cap growth stocks, which have been getting decimated much more than the S&P, and since November, retail has been getting hurt. So if we were hoping for any kind of retail stock to be taken off, it would have been one with a float as small as Redbox. Unfortunately, it looks like that's not the case. Now, where Redbox might be going in the future, potentially, we could see a little bounce off of $6, right? Reason being, $6 is where we saw quite a bit, actually, of resistance in the past for Redbox, right? Just 2 days ago, when this thing was pumping up, it struggled with breaking $6 for quite a while, and when it finally did, it burst up all the way to 11. Now, resistances often act as support, right? There's no guarantee that that's going to be the case, but it does happen from time to time. So if I were to be getting into this stock, I would be looking around the $6 level, potentially for a small little bounce, not necessarily for a bounce to take this thing back up to 10, back up to 11, just something to watch for if I was looking for a little scalp of a couple of cents, maybe a dollar at the most, in my opinion. But this is, once again, a very tough market, right? Look again at how red the market is over the past month. Look at what's going on with the S&P over the past month. This is not necessarily a market that I want to be taking risky trades in, right? So I wouldn't necessarily be thinking about actually doing that, but it is something to watch. Potentially, there could be a little bounce off of $6. Now, unfortunately, as for will Redbox be coming back, we'll see, right? Obviously, there's still quite a few shorts in this thing. In the short term, they're going to be collecting a decent profit, right? A lot of shorts were actually entering this as it was pumping up. And so a lot of those shorts who got in at the higher prices, they might decide to get out once this thing starts moving down a bit. They might decide to start taking some profits. However, that's typically not how shorts act, right? Shorts tend to like being a little greedy, right? They'll probably keep trying to push this thing down, maybe even get it to new lows if they can. It's going to be tough, right? Redbox is still one of the most popular stocks out there. It's the number 2 most active stock on StockTwits. A lot of retail traders are probably looking at this, not only on StockTwits, but on Google. There's still quite a few people who are searching for this stock, potentially trying to buy the dip. So it's going to be a tough battle between shorts and retail. Unfortunately, like we've said, a lot of retail has been weakened over the past many months since November. And even though this is a small float stock, that's no guarantee that retail is going to be able to take this thing away from the shorts. The shorts aren't going to be able to continue pushing it down and continue profiting off of the gains that retail hoped to be getting. So this is going to be a tough one, but a very interesting one in the future. Potentially, it's one that could come back in a big way if we see the market rebound. That's what I would be looking for. If the market starts coming back and people start having a little bit more money in their accounts, if people start having a little bit more faith in the market, then this could be a big one, right? It's obviously a very popular meme stock at the moment. And the fact that it was able to pump up as much as it did while the market was tanking so horribly, that speaks to something, right? That means that there is a lot of interest out there, but right now people just don't have very much cash to throw at things like this. And that's most likely why it's moving down today, right? People were starting to get not as greedy as they were in the past, right? They were looking to take a quick profit, and that's exactly what happened with Redbox. So if you guys are interested in more of these types of videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel by clicking right there or right there. And other than that, guys, make sure to keep in mind that none of this is financial advice, and have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.